Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat for Career Mode. Today we go to both Las Vegas and ISM Raceway in the Xfinity Series. No truck races in this episode, so we get right to the action here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Fresh off of a victory at Atlanta in a dominating performance, had a subscriber mention that maybe we should turn the AI tire wear at Atlanta to less effect, and maybe that will make them a little bit faster, so I'm definitely going to keep that in mind every time we go to Atlanta. And now as we get ready to go to Las Vegas, actually turn the AI tire wear to more effect because the AI are really quick at this racetrack, and you can tell by my poor qualifying performance that it might be a bit of a rough one as the green flag is out from P19 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We certainly have our work cut out for us today if we want a good result at Las Vegas. I feel like the long run is where I'm going to definitely have the best opportunity here in this race. So we're definitely going to look forward to that. There might be some paint scheme changes coming up on this car too, color-wise, that you'll see maybe in the next episode. Not 100% sure on that yet. I'm still just not quite satisfied with the look of this car. I did see a subscriber mention come up with an idea, so I might implement that now as we come towards the exit of turns 4. Moving our way throughout the field here already on this opening lap here in Las Vegas, up into the top 15 with 9 to go in this first stage as we go down towards turns 1, touching the apron just a little bit, sliding up now as John Hunter Nemechek would take us 3 wide for a moment, and I would actually fall down a little bit, but we would be able to rebound and get back up into the top 15 again as we came to just 3 laps to go here in stage 1, trying to pass the 08 of the Panini car of Greg Galding as we went down towards turns 1. Sideways he goes, but he hangs on to it now as we come through the center of the corner, getting on the apron just a little bit again, but we would continue moving forward. And now as we came to the white flag of stage 1, side by side now with Justin Haley just clearing him as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2, running up towards the top lane now as we come through the center of the corner. You see my right rear tire for the moment was at 55%, and we're not even done the first stage quite yet now as we have half a lap remaining here as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for this final time. So it's not going to be stage points here in this first stage, but we did a solid job moving our way forwards as we exit turns 4 down the front straightaway. We are going to come through the tri-oval to cross the line here, and we will get P11 in stage 1. So a solid result considering where we started, in my opinion. But you see now the right rear is at 53%. No one pitted, so I decided to stay out as well. But we're going to probably have to be a little bit careful on these right side tires here in the second stage. So you might see me up by the wall a bit. I feel like usually what I've noticed in this game is running higher saves tires better. So we're definitely going to be jumping up there now as we get ready to start stage 2 as the green flag is back out. We are once again underway here at Las Vegas for the beginning of the second stage. 52% on the right rear tires, so not much to work with here in this second stage. Now as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, if we abuse the tires the same way again, we could definitely risk blowing a tire out as we go through turns 1, making it 3 wide there as we pass Michael Annette now as we exit turns 2, heading down the back straightaway. The 4 car of Ross Chastain on the outside as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 behind the 39 of Ryan Sieg at the moment. Now we see our teammate Chase Briscoe up on the outside. We look to the inside of our teammate of Briscoe as we exit turns 4, heading down through the tri-oval, and it is currently the 2 of Tyler Reddick who leads the way as we clear Briscoe. So I take that as an opportunity to jump up to the top and start saving my right side tires. Obviously tire saving is actually, or tire management is actually a thing in the NASCAR game for once, which is awesome to have. Now as we came to just lap 4, actually giving up some time there as Jeremy Clements gets to the inside. I started losing some ground just trying to make sure I save these tires. So we come towards the end of this stage at this point, coming to 2 to go, trying to make a pass on Jeffy Earnhardt as we were trying to take back P6, now inside the top 10 at least, 18% on the right rear at this point. So we had done a good job saving the tire in the second stage to the point where I could comfortably now push the car. Now as we come to the final lap, heading down into turns 3 and turn 4 here in stage 2, once again getting onto that apron, but no big deal now as we come through the center of the corner and on the exit of turns 4. So we're actually going to come through to get a pretty solid finish here in stage 2 after saving that right rear tire good enough to get P6 here in stage 2. So a solid result. Certainly looks like putting the AI tire wear effect up more at Las Vegas is a big help now as Tyler Reddick would win the stage. So I feel like maybe just kind of messing with the tire wear is going to be the secret instead of having to get custom setups. So we're going to see how that works in the future. But we would pit for 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires, regain 1 spot on the pit stop. Christopher Bell had some type of issue and he drops 3 positions on his stage 2 pit stop. Now as we get ready to go green for the final stage here in Las Vegas into P5 as we pass Jeremy Clements, who has an atrocious restart now as we head on the exit of the trial. Tyler Reddick leads the way. We got Brandon Jones in the 19 on that outside front row. Wouldn't expect to see him up there now as we go through turns 1 behind our teammate of Cole Custer, who's looking for win number 1 on the season. Obviously, we got our first win last episode at Atlanta in a dominating performance. Was very surprised to go and win that thing in just our second full-time race, but certainly very happy to do so, because we really don't have to worry too much now throughout the rest of the regular season as we exit turns 4. Clements now back on my outside as we come through the trial to complete the first lap of this final stage. It certainly felt like my short run speed wasn't very good compared to the AI, and you would see that because as we came to lap 29, we had dropped down to P7 as the Panini car of Greg Golding actually looked to my inside, but I was also knowing that I had to save my right side tires in this final stage if we wanted to be a factor later on. So we come to lap 31, continuing to give up positions on this opening run here in the final stages. We come through the trial. Mike Lynette looking to the inside at this point as we came to lap 38. Everyone's slowing up as we exit turns 2. Someone has a big issue. We're going to look to the inside. It's the 11 of Justin Haley, actually, who had blown an engine or something. No caution came out, so we come through to move up into the 6th position on the inside of Greg Golding. Now, as he's on the outside, and so is Jeffrey Earnhardt, so they're going to have the momentum on the exit of the corner, but that gives us a handful of free positions after Haley blows an engine or something, but we would continue now down to P8 as we came to lap 43, so still giving up a little bit of time, trying to save that right rear, but it was down to 26%, so I pretty much realized at this point there was no saving that tire now as it came through with just a handful of laps or so to go. At this point, 21% on the right rear, but the caution would come out here with 8 laps to go as we were on the outside of Jeremy Clements, so we would actually come to pit road. I decided that 2 tires was probably what I was going to need to do, and unfortunately I was completely wrong because we come out leading, which means everyone took 4 tires, so still kind of with the NASCAR Heat 3 mindset, and that certainly bit us here because now as the green flag goes out, we are leading the way, but that doesn't really mean anything. But at the same time, we want Atlanta. We can afford to maybe take these risks now as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, leading the way here with a handful of laps to go in Las Vegas. But we know that only on 2 fresh tires, the AI are going to run us down, and they are going to blow us away with absolutely no problem at all. Now as we head down this back straightaway towards turn 3, it's Brandon Jones in the 2nd position as we come through the center of the corner on lap 48, approaching lap 49, and there you see the run from Jones. We actually threw just a little bit of a block. That wasn't even intentional. It was just kind of me holding on to the car on the exit of the corner there. And now we got Greg Golding up to P2 somehow, some way. Greg Golding has found himself in the top 30. But I had absolutely nothing. As you see, the AI just start to just drive on by me. So obviously 2 tires, terrible idea. Now as we came through the lap, towards the end of lap 49, actually getting up in the wall there as we come through the center of the corner, sliding into the 23. And now Clements looks to the outside of me and we make contact, but we hang on to the car there. That almost turned into a big accident as we now drift towards the outside of the top 10. Now as we came to lap 50, approaching 2 laps to go here in Las Vegas, continuing to fall down the order. Should have taken 4 tires, obviously. Now as once again, though, we get into the wall, sliding down the track, into Chastain, into the wall, and around we go. And that's going to do a lot of damage to the cars. Our first big incident, 20 seconds of damage, which means that will be our first DNF of the season. Obviously, with my own DNF rules, when I say I DNF, I basically pull off the track and let the race finish. So, very unfortunate, as we were doing pretty good, and it just all went downhill after I took 2 tires. Our teammate Chase Briscoe actually won the race, so that was very good for him, but we dropped to P6 in the standings. But yeah, that's unfortunate that we get our first DNF. Obviously, like I said, 20 plus seconds of damage will be a DNF, but we cut straight through to ISM Raceway at this point as we get ready to go green here in Phoenix. Now, as you see, Christopher Bell on the pole position, but very unfortunate way to obviously end Las Vegas. Would have been awesome if that wouldn't have happened. If I would have taken 4 tires, we wouldn't have had to worry about that because we wouldn't have had a car handling so bad. But obviously, like I said, still in the NASCAR Heat 3 mindset of with the AI in the tires, and I have to get myself out of that if we want to actually be successful here in the future as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the first time here at ISM Raceway. Not a good qualifying effort at all for myself. This was another track that I had the AI tire wear on more effect, and I was just very curious to see how this would work out now as we go down the back straightaway. But it certainly seems to work that when you're at a harder track with the AI, that more tire wear effect seems to be a better balance, and then when we're at a really easy track, I think that less tire wear effect on the AI is going to be better. There's a make contact as we go down into turns 1 with Josh Williams. He hangs onto it, and we got pretty sideways, but not good at all for me there as we came through turns 1 and turns 2, and I was really struggling with my pace at the beginning of this race here at ISM Raceway, and I had started to maybe figure something out as we went down towards turns 3 and turn 4 here on lap 6 of 10 in the stage, down in P25 though. But like I said, I had slowly started to figure something out. I had to kind of change up my driving style at this track. I had gotten so used to driving ISM Raceway a certain way from the old NASCAR games right up to Heat 3, and I decided to just change it up a little bit, and it certainly seemed to start making a difference. There's made contact again at the start of the white flag with the 86 car, I believe, of Brandon Brown as he goes sideways as we go down towards turns 1, but moving our way forwards as he hangs onto it now as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway behind Ray Black Jr. as we try to take over the 20th position as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time. Ray Black is going to be able to hold on to the position because the stage would end early due to 10th place getting across the line. So P21 for us here in stage 1. Christopher Bell wins the stage. No pit stop necessary at the end of the first stage, so we would get ready to go green here in stage 2 behind the 36 of Josh Williams as the green flag is back out. And once again, we are underway here at ISM Raceway from the 21st position. 10 laps to go here in stage 2, but certainly starting to slowly move our way forwards throughout this field as we go down towards turns 1, looking up the inside of the 4 of Ross Chastain. Now as we come towards the exit of turns 2, making some 3 wide moves as we head down this back straightaway, clearing the 39 car of Ryan Sieg as we look to the left hand side just about of Tyler Reddick as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4. So slowly, like I said, moving our way forwards. If we can get a top 10 here at ISM, that would be a great run now as we exit the tri-oval or the dogleg, heading down towards turns 1. Once again, looking up the inside, we would continue moving forwards because it's came to lap 3 in the stage, now up into P14, passing Matt Mills in the number 5 car to take over 13th place as we went down the back straightaway. There you see our teammate Cole Custer up ahead. We would get past Custer as we came to the white flag in the second stage now, and we had also just made a pass on Austin Cindric to move ourselves in the top 10, but he's not going to give up so easily as he tries to battle back on the outside, but we do clear him as we exit turns 2, heading down this back straightaway for the final time in this second stage here at ISM Raceway, running in P10 behind Jeremy Clements, who is putting some pressure on the 9 car of rookie Noah Gregson as we exit turns 4. It's going to be P10 here in stage 2 at ISM Raceway, so a very solid result for us in the second stage compared to the first stage, as John Hunter Nemechek would win stage 2, so he's looking pretty fast here later in this race. Now we would come to pit road to take 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires. Actually, I might not have taken 2 cans, so no, yes I did, but we would come out exactly where we came in P10 as we get ready to start the third and final stage. John Hunter Nemechek looking for win number 1 on the season. Here is the final stage is underway at ISM Raceway from the 10th position. 26 laps remain, so another half of a race to go as we give our teammate Chase Briscoe a shot to the bumper as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Behind us we got Austin Cindric trying to put on some pressure as he tries to look to my left hand side, a little bit tight through the center of the corner. As there you see our teammate of Cole Custer looking to the inside as we go down this back straightaway towards turns 3 and turns 4 for the first time here in this third and final stage, moving up the track after overshooting, and that allows the 39 to pass us Cindric and Sadler both to make it 3 wide through the tri-oval, and we would drop down to P16 as we came to lap 31. There you see the 11 of Haley making an aggressive move up the inside. Contact is made. He goes spinning on the exit of turns 4, and that would actually bring out a caution here at ISM Raceway. That's certainly a thing I've noticed with the AI at some of these tracks where you get on the brakes quite a bit, as they really like to send it up your inside and when you're already coming down. So it's a really weird situation because he sent it in, but at the same time I came down on him, so it's really a 50-50 situation. But we would get back going, racing here, being aggressive, already making it 3 wide with Elliott Sadler as he went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. We know later on the run it seems to be our strong suit right now, so we're just trying to survive to get to a long run scenario. We need these tires to wear as quickly as possible as we go down towards turns 3 up the inside now of the 4 of Ross Chastain. We would not quite get past him because as we get to lap 39, still behind Chastain, but the caution would actually come out again, so we would get ready to restart again here at ISM Raceway as we get straight back into the racing from P14. At this point, only 11 laps to go here at ISM. The tire is starting to get fairly worn at this point, so we know eventually it's going to play into our favor as we make it 3 wide again here with Noah Gregson and the 4 of Ross Chastain through turns 1 and turns 2 as we exit the corner trying to get past Chastain. We would be able to get past the 4 of Chastain and move up into P12 as it came to lap 47, approaching the final handful of laps here at ISM. Now closing in on the back of Golding. Like I said, the old tire starting to play into our advantage as we go through turns 3 and turns 4, and we have a spinner up ahead, and it's Jeremy Clements who goes spinning into the outside while we look to the inside, and we avoid the incident as the caution flies once again here at ISM Raceway. We would obviously stay out and get right back into the racing action. This would put us with just 2 laps to go. This is not overtime, but it is still 2 laps to go here at ISM Raceway. A terrible restart for the one of Michael Annette. Certainly something wrong with his car. You see much damage on the front end of his car, so certainly something wrong, and this puts us now into P8 as we head down this back straightaway with just a lap and a half remaining as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4, approaching the final lap here at ISM Raceway. John Hunter Nemechek leads the way as we exit turns 4, heading down to the front straightaway through the dogleg now as the white flag is in the air as we go down towards turns 1, looking up the inside of the 2 of the RCR driver of Tyler Reddick as he is able to stay clear of me though as we come through the center of the corner. Now we look back to the inside as we exit turn 2, heading down this back straightaway. Justin Allgaier just ahead as we give him a little bit of a bump into the turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here at ISM Raceway. John Hunter Nemechek leads the way as we exit out of turns 4. Hunter Nemechek wins it at ISM as we cross the line to get a 7th place finish. So, a solid result for us here at ISM Raceway after having our first DNF of the season at Las Vegas. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. We actually have a few drivers angry with us, Ross Chastain, Elliott Sadler included. It feels a lot easier to make rivals in this game, and that gets kind of annoying. But in the next one, we will be going to Auto Club, and then I'm not sure what track's after Auto Club for the Xfinity Series. But either way, we will be doing another couple races, maybe 3 to 4 races, if possible, in the next one. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.